Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post the videos every week. So we are continuing talking about how to create a salon policy or your nail business policy. If you missed part one, I will leave a link above and you can go check that out, where we're talking about all the basic information you need, and I'm breaking down all the booking policies and what should be included. So right now we're going to be talking about all the other important things that you might want to consider to include if it's going to apply to your business, of course. So we're going to get into all that right now. So one of the first things when it comes to the other information. So again, we have our basic information, and just to recap, we have our basic information that we're going to have about our business, our location, our name, our contact information, email, all that good stuff. Then we're going to have our booking policies, which is the most important thing. Again, that was all talked about and discussed and broken down in the last video. So we're going to have all that information there. Then you might want to include some other information. So what would that be? Let's talk about it. So the first thing you want to consider is your working techniques. So there are a lot of nail technicians that don't like to work over other technicians' work. So if you are a technician that is like that, this is something that you definitely need to put up on your booking policy. So we have to consider if they already have nails, are they soaking? Do you want them to come with their natural nails already? So let them soak on their own. Are you going to charge to soak? Or do you have to book that time slot for soaking? So on and so forth. So how do you want to deal with that if you are a tech that is asking that your clients come in, like again, with natural nails, or they have to come in and soak another technician's work? So this is definitely something you need to put out there if this applies to you. And also you want to consider, what if they forget, clients, they don't, like I said, people don't like to read. So what if someone arrives and they didn't tell you, oh, well, I didn't know I was supposed to soak my nails, or I didn't know you don't work over other technicians' nails. So we also just want to throw in there too, what happens if they arrive with another technician's work on their hands and you don't want to service them? Do you turn them away? Is it going to be immediate need to reschedule? Is it going to be an additional fee for that inconvenience? So on. So we just want to throw that out there, because again, don't ever assume that the situation is going to be picture perfect. There will be a situation where someone will arrive with someone else's work and you're like, I told you not to do that, but it will happen. So how are you going to deal with that? The next thing you want to think about is any special requests. Do you have any special requests that you're asking of your clients? So an example of this would be, our inspiration pics. Is that something that you want on the spot? Is it something that you want them to text you, to DM you? Is it okay if they just arrive and figure it out on the spot? Some people are very funny with their time. They like to know, if you have an inspo pic, please send it to me ahead of time. If not, then I'm not going to be able to do it. Is it going to be a strict policy? Is it going to be a little bit more lenient? I work with a lot of people that they will send me. I have a handful that always send me. I have some that send me a week before. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do next month. I'm like, wow. And then I have some people that come in and they're like, oh, well, I have this. And then they change their mind. From pedicure to nails, totally change the whole design. Is that okay? I don't mind it for the most part, because my thing is time. As long as you book the time, this is what I stress to my clients. I don't care what you do on your nails. Just put something down in booking so the time is there. That's what's most important. Don't book just fill in and no nail art, and then you come in and you want 10 bling nails and all this hand painted nail art. There's no time for that because you didn't book it. If I have to adjust what the nail art actually was, that's fine. I don't care about that. That's me though. So how do you want to deal with that when it comes to the special requests that you're asking your clients, when it comes to the nail art inspiration and any other special requests that you might ask of your clients? The next thing that you want to think about is your general area information. Is this someplace that a lot of people drive? Is there parking available? Is it near a bus stop? Is it near this? This is something that if you're in a special area, it's a special situation, you want to point this out, especially if you are somewhere that does have parking. You want to point out there is parking available when you come. You just want to throw that out there somewhere, because people will not come because they think there's no parking. So that could be a thing. So we want to let them know there is parking. You can find parking. I've seen that on other people's booking sites. I don't have that on mine. My area, there is some place that you can park. 98% of my clients do park, or they do end up just taking an Uber. It's only like a small handful that take the bus, but I actually am located near very close to a bus stop as well. So I don't have that information, but I have seen that if you are in a small studio or you're in a busy block and they're like, oh no, I'm never going to find parking. Let them know there is parking available. So we want to throw that out there because people will not show up or not book with you because of just something as simple as parking. Another thing, side note, that you want to just put out there is we spoke about lateness in the last video, but arriving early. I had to really stress to people. I think I don't have it on my policies. I think I have to put it in my stories. If you are a technician in any aspect, you understand what it's like to work and how we work to the minute, to the second, every single day that we are working. And when someone arrives super early, it's very much an inconvenience. It's very annoying. And again, sometimes they think, oh, well, I just want to be 5 minutes early for my appointment. They don't understand what we can accomplish in 5 minutes. 5 minutes sometimes is my lunch. And now I don't get to eat, or I have to use the bathroom really quickly and this and that. And they don't understand 5 minutes is a long time when you are counting every minute. So if you are somebody that's usually like you're on time and you're running a little bit late or something, and you don't have the space, especially if you're in home, to accommodate these people, because again, this is your house. So it's not a waiting area. People forget that. A lot of techs are independent now. They're working out of homes in their little suites, and they don't always have a little waiting area for people to show up and hang out for 15, 20 minutes if they're early for their appointment. So this is why it's also important for us to try to be on time, but we can always just let them know I'm running late, and they can go sit in their car, they can hang out, so on. But when they show up super early, that's a big inconvenience for us. So if you are somebody that, like myself, that is very annoying, you just want to throw out there, please arrive on time to your appointment. Not late, not super early, on time. People don't get that. So stress that to your clients if that's something that bothers you as well. And on that note, something else you want to also think about to include any type of special notifications or just side note stuff that you want to throw out there. So we were just dealing with the whole COVID situation. So if you are somebody that's still, COVID's kind of up on the rise, we have RSV, we have flu. So, they are recommending masks. Again, it's not a requirement, but they are recommending masks. So if you are somebody that is sensitive yourself or, stuff like that bothers you, you definitely want to state, please arrive wearing a mask, or recommend that they have a mask, suggest it. Put that on your site as well so people know how serious you are about the whole mask situation when it comes to coming in to get service. Also, if you are requesting that they wash their hands before their appointment, I still have my guests wash their hands. My clients, I still have everybody come in and wash their hands. They kind of got into that habit because when we started again, it was like all COVID-y and stuff. So they got into that habit. They come in, they wash their hands, and then they come into the nail room. So make that mandatory. If things are happening again, we got like the triple threat going on right now with stuff happening. So we don't really want to play that again. We can always recommend masks and recommend this, suggest it, this and that, or you can flat out just make it mandatory. So washing hands, wearing your mask, and feeling sick. If you're sick, do not show up coughing and sneezing all over me. That ain't cool. So just throw these things out there in a little kind of COVID or health section on your policies. Lastly, guests. Are you someone that likes guests? Some people, again, if you are in a home or a small area situation, we don't always want to tolerate guests. So guests, that means like your friends, your boyfriend, your husband, somebody coming with you, your kids. How is your kid policy? So we want to state these things because people will try to show up with people or they'll ask you, and if you feel uncomfortable, you just say, well, I don't really like to have other people here, only the person that's getting service. I don't really have that situation. I did have to change my policy. I don't prefer to have kids. I'm just going to be like really honest. Like, I don't like having kids here. One, because I've had some situations where people come, because the problem is not the kids. It's always the parents. I'm just saying. This is just like, I'm going to be 100% real with you. It's kids, it's parents not disciplining their kids. And I have kids walking around, I have chemicals here. I have bottles and glass and stuff that can spill and this. I have snacks, and they think that this is a bodega, and they're trying to eat all the snacks, and they're trying to mess with stuff on my nail table, and I'm trying to work, and the mom is either not paying attention or trying to discipline them, but there's only so much you can do when your hands are preoccupied or your feet are sitting in water. So that got really annoying. So no, I don't like to have kids here. And also, mainly, I feel like your time at the salon, whether it's in an actual salon, it's in with me, it's with anyone, this is the time where you should relax. This is a pampering service. We are in the beauty industry. This is a moment for you to get away. So if I have to forcefully make you step away from your kids so you can come here and relax yourself and have nail chat and girl time and speak, and sometimes it's forced. They know they can't come here with their kids, but it's a good thing. Some people don't even dare. I do have occasions where people will reach out and say, you know, I have so-and-so with me. Is that okay? 60% of the time, I'm like, well, I don't really like kids. I have no kid policy. I'm just honest, because at the end of the day, when they do come and I was lenient, I kind of regretted it. So I really don't like to have children around, especially the babies. Like 5 and under is like super no-go. So, you know, they think, oh, they have their laptop and this and that. They're not paying attention to that because they're in a whole new environment. They're like, ooh, what's this? They're not paying attention to Dora on the iPad. They want to play in all my stuff. And that's not cool. So, but also, like I said, this is a time for pampering. It's a time for treating yourself. Just like we like to go out and do our own things. We may not go out and get our nails done and our feet done, but whatever I choose to do for self-care, that's my time. So I like to make sure my customers are relaxed. And you can't really, if you're a mom, you know, you can't ever be 100% cool and relaxed if your kids are around or if there's a child present. So if this is something that bothers you as well, definitely state this in your policies. Okay, guys, so if you have any other questions when it comes to your booking policies and what should be included and how you should word it or anything else, please, you know, always leave me a comment below. I will always respond to you as much as I can. I usually am pretty good with that. So I try to respond back to everybody right now. So leave me a comment below if you have any other questions. And we're coming to the end of this year. 2022 is done. So as we come to the end of this year, I'm starting to plan out videos for next year. So please leave me a comment. Leave me something on the community board. What videos would you like to see for next year? What things have I not covered that you would want to have a video about, a tutorial, a demo, anything? Leave it all there. Drop it all below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.